Yo, there's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Stop crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe when you're home, be safe in the streets. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like man knew that there's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. Yo, there's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. Ian Allen's out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Stop crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe when you're home, be safe in the streets. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like man knew that there's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. Yo, there's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. Ian Allen's out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Stop crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe when you're home, be safe in the streets. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like man knew that there's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. Yo, there's a jungle out. There's a jungle out.
Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ian Allen. This is Crime Watch, and we are back. Top of the evening to you. All those of you who are locked on the line, a special good evening to you. All those of you who are looking at us live on. In fact, there is a problem currently with Facebook. Am I right? Yeah. So Facebook is down. So which means to say you can still look at us on the app, on the Ian Allen app, on the on YouTube. We are directing everybody who looks at us on Facebook to go to YouTube. All right, they're gonna put up the link, put up the YouTube address, the exact address. Am I right, Charlene? You know, in fact, I just found out in St. Vincent, the volcano just erupted in St. Vincent. Right, they said it's on the verge. It's on the verge of erupting. Yeah, so I believe the population of St. Vincent is 111,200 plus. So it's on the verge of erupting. In fact, somebody said it erupted a while ago. That's what I'm hearing. I think I saw a video, but I couldn't confirm that. Also, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I need to deal with something really fast. I had this paper here. You know, I can't understand this, you know. And it's something that we really have to deal with. You know, they are currently, this government is currently, imagine Mover Junction right now. It's costing taxpayers $48 million, in fact $48 million project started in August 2020. So all when it was pandemic and whatnot, and imagine we have money to start a project like that. And let's be smart. Let's be smart, ladies and gentlemen. We have money to start a project like that, but yet we don't have money to buy devices for our children. And I'm going to come out and tell you why we don't have money and what they are doing about the devices. I know yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, it was a program a bit different from my personality, but sometimes, as you know, no matter who you are, and maybe you made a poor statement, sometimes you get to come out and say sorry. But I can remember, and then and my people will get it for me, that when Colin Inwood sat on this big-time chair, and he said, we have raised gas 3 times, but nobody ever protested. You remember when he said that he didn't come and say sorry? And I thought about it today. I just thought about it today. You remember this? Look at this video.
the price of fuel by 15%. I then realized that was not enough. I came back again in April and I raised it again by 15%. And I came back again just a few weeks ago and raised it by another 15%. They haven't rioted yet.
Wow. So he could laugh, but they have all their money. And you know, I want to say something. A lot of people might be say, well, you know, Allen, your program is controversial, it's this, it's that. Let me tell you something, advertisers, and let me tell you this. Nobody understands television like Allen. Nobody understands television like Allen. And I will tell you this today. It's not a matter what you talk during that time. It's who's watching. And between 6 and 7, there's nobody to beat me back when coming to views between 6 and 7. There's nobody. There's absolutely nobody. My following is so big, it's just larger than, and it's just a fact. And some people might say, well, you know, it's controversial. That is what brings the viewers. And when you have a product, you are not looking for content of a program. Bottom line, businessmen spend money based on viewers. They don't spend money based on content and discussion. They spend money, if they are smart enough, they spend money based on viewership. How many people watching Ian Allen? I don't need to tell you. You already know. You do the maths. So, but I just decided today, they do us all kind of thing. They do us all kind of thing and continue to do it, and they don't say sorry. I know a lot of you think that, and don't ever take my sorriness or me being apologetic for weakness here. Don't get tired. I could switch and I could become something that you wouldn't like me to be. But again, ladies and gentlemen, I have a duty. I have a duty to stand up for what is right. I have a duty to stand up for what is right. Because everybody who will tell me it looked bad, that is not good to say. But you know what? It was a good yardstick. The amount of people were disappointed in me by doing that. It is a reflection that people are upset and disenchanted with the performance of the government. Let me tell you something, whether you like it or not, people are already business with Rowley. What already going on with Rowley, you know? Maybe some of you might have a little God in here and you might say, yeah, we wish him all the best and whatnot. But bottom line, you take it from me, I understand the ground. I control the ground. People listen to me, and not only on the ground, all over. And I can tell you this, people just couldn't be bothered. And nobody can get angry with people for that. You can get angry. When a man could sit down and say he raised gas 3 times, and nobody protested. But remember, when he's saying that, which means to say, he gets traveling allowance. He don't have to pay for gas. No money coming out of his pocket for gas. They have driver, they have whatever. They have ministry vehicle to do their up and down during the course of the day. It doesn't affect them. And what doesn't affect you, you could talk about. Everybody who could say lockdown, 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 lockdown. Like, and somebody asked me, where was the video with the Prime Minister saying he wanted his money? I think I sent the proper video to them. You all have that? You remember when he said, I want every dollar. And the right thing, it bothers me. It bothers me if I don't come out and talk. You wouldn't know what's going on. I cannot, nobody can play my tune. However I see it, I come and tell you. And today I tell you that, okay, whatever happened yesterday, but the show must go on. We wish him a speedy recovery and let's get down to business. We want business. I heard that he's doing his business from home. He's having cabinet briefing and whatnot via virtual. All right, no problem. But I tell you, let me tell you something. You know, boy. Let me tell you something. Nobody don't care about nobody in this country, you know. I don't think people understand what people went through in 2020. I don't think people understand. When you look at today, look at yesterday. Yesterday was Wednesday. You have all the head honchos. You have the prime minister and her mother. They got their vaccine. You have the chief justice. He got his vaccine also. I wonder if we have images. All right? We have the other people going and get vaccine. DLC get vaccine, everybody. But before Wednesday, what they did? What they did Wednesday? Was it Tuesday or Wednesday? I think it was. Right, Tuesday, they made sure, had it in Diego Martin and St. Joseph. And then they brought it out Wednesday. I'm just showing you. Everybody sorted the business first, and the MPs, everybody sorting out the business first. You after. You after. Just imagine that. You after. Nobody don't care about nobody. And I mean, people might say this and quiet down and this and that. I can't quiet down. I am not a puppet on a string. Nobody can pull my string. Nobody, and I tell you nobody, wherever I see it, I have a duty. And I will die for that duty. And as I always tell persons, if I could walk out from whatever I had for standing up for what was right, and I think that whatever I did, I have a duty to come out and tell you what's going on. I have a duty to come out and tell you exactly what is going on. Those of you who can't see us on Facebook, remember, you can see us on YouTube or the I.A.N app. Just go download this I.A.N app on any. That's why I tell you now. And also we on CNC3, which is free to air. Beautiful. But imagine all this going on, ladies and gentlemen. But you have time to start a fort. And they're not a 48 million. It sounds good. But that is not no 48 million. But yet, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, and I'm telling you this today, if you don't know, don't be fooled. Right. I'm going to put up this paper. Here's what it's saying from today. From Monday, school will be using a means test to determine which students are in need of devices as remote learning continues in term 3. The mean test will be conducted over a course of the next 3 weeks and will inform how devices will be allocated. So ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. They're not going to give your child a device just so. Your child, they have to do a little test. They have to do a little test first before your child. What madness is this? When education, every government around the world, every government, so they can find money to do all kind of things, ladies and gentlemen. They can find money to do all kind of things. Everything under the sun. But now you have to do a little test to get a device. If you fail the test, no device for you. Just imagine that. And imagine what you see, what you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you now. That's what I tell you. That's why every day I get vexed now. $15 million US to do work in Tobago. How much money the ferry cost? How much money? And even the play parks. Whatever. Money spending. And yet you have to do a test to give a child a device. And we have the money. Why the entire place was locked down? Place paving all over Trinidad last year. Contractor making money. Friends of the MPs making money. Friends of the MPs, whoever, making money. And if you tell me something wrong with you today, you know. In order for a parent to get a device, let me show you what they do to the normal people now. What they're doing to the normal people. What they're doing to the normal man and the normal single parent. Put it up. Principals must collect these forms from the respective district offices. If we can enlarge in that area here. Bring it down, bring it down. Go ahead. Completed forms must be stamped, blah, blah, blah. But it said completed form must be stamped. Have attached a copy of the a utility bill. Do I have that? Am I seeing that? Where is it? A copy of utility bill, not more than 3 months old, a job letter, not older than 3 months, and a stamp by an employer. Come back to me. Well, woman, who want to work right now, getting all that, in order for her son to get a device from government? How that could be right? How I can sit down and say that right and don't talk about that? Let's talk about crime. Let's talk about who robbing who. Let's talk about who get gunned down. Let's talk about just focus on the issue. That is why I'm going to take off all this, you know. Yeah, I plan to take off this and put the Ian Allen show. Yeah, I plan to do that. The Ian Allen show. Ian Allen show. That's it. Yeah. Imagine. Parents must complete a form, a copy of a utility bill, not more than 3 months old, a job letter, not older than 3 months, and stamped by the employer, and for those who are self-employed, 2 letters of recommendation stamped and signed by the designated person as provided on the device provision form. Could that ever be right? Could that ever, let me ask you something, could that ever be right? What a single mother? What somebody who's vending? What somebody who doesn't have a job? What about somebody who don't even have no cable at home? What about who's renting a little 2x2, a little 10x10 apartment, a little room? What about these people? You tell me. All to get a device, and I should not talk? I wish you a speedy recovery, sir. But at the end of the day, I must stand up for the people who are affected by what government will start doing to the children of this nation. Imagine to get a device, you have to go through a test now. When the last administration, everybody had a laptop. Bright, not bright, Duncy head, not Duncy head, everybody had a laptop. Everybody got a laptop. But now, they find money to do everything. They will find money to do government projects. How much billions of dollars being spent on the waterfront right now in South? How much money? Billions of dollars. They could borrow money. They could do what they want. Highway, this, that. But for a child to learn and move up, you ought to have a test. A single mother has to find a utility bill. A single mother has to find a job letter. A single mother has to have a letter with a company stamp on it. Just imagine that. You know why they can do these poor people all sorts of things? Because it does not affect them. It does not affect them. Let's take a break. me hear from the people a bit. Any out of time, I will hang up. Go ahead. Hi, caller. Good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. Hi, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. Hello? 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 Okay, take the audio down on your set, please. It's just craziness. It is just craziness. It is just craziness. We can say sorry, but they can't. They can do us all the wrong. All the wrong. All the wrong. And I'm glad everybody knows that this is a paid program. It is a paid program. And I'm glad, just to put it back in your brain, I cannot be fired. I own the content, and it's a paid program. Hi, caller. Good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, good night, Mr. Ian Allen.
Good night. I know you're calling for the Neo eyewear.
Yes.
No problem. Prescription lens. We're not going to take no more for prescription lens after today. So we're just going to give away on Monday again. So that's two today. Thank you again. So you've just gotten yours. Hi, caller. Good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. Yeah, just imagine people talking all kind of things they're talking, but not realizing that what's going on with the lifeguards, they have nothing like that. And Stuart Young, up to this day, so much people drunk. And he never come out and say nothing, you know? Never, you know? Never come out. They see their business. They do business. Hi, caller. Good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. It's just craziness. It's just craziness. Also, a Carnage man accused of sexual penetration of a girl. I forget I mentioned this to you, but yeah, this was in yesterday. Yeah, yesterday rundown. Just craziness. You need to pay special attention to the children. Hi, caller. Good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. Hi, caller. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, go on.
When you were sick with the coronavirus, Rowley and the young was attacking you and your son, you know. Brutal on the 91.9, you know.
Thank you. Thank you.
And they never apologized, you know.
And they never apologize. But I must come. They never apologize.
They say your son is gay or nothing, you know.
Yeah. They send, you know what they did? They send their police. They send their people to interview my son. And his father locked up. Stay on the line, son. I'm just telling you. They never apologize. They never apologize. He said, I went to the bank. I went here. I went there. I went everywhere. But everywhere never got it. Nobody in the bank up to now, up to this day, ever contracted COVID-19 when I went to that bank. Nobody up till today. Nowhere. I went to the bank, I went airport, I went here, I went there. Nobody. But
and they also attacked your son, you know.
Yeah.
They also said he was not sitting with his son.
Yeah, thank
and they
you.
never apologized.
Yeah, they never apologized. And the caller is right. People could remember. People could remember. People could remember. Wow. And you know, nobody ever forced me to apologize. But they never apologize. They ever apologize? They ever apologize for you not getting a grant? No. They ever apologize for locking off Cora? They ever apologize to the bar owners? They ever apologize for giving you all these tickets and whatnot? All the tickets for not wearing a mask. But the Attorney General could be live not wearing a mask. They ever apologize to you, the persons 7,000 plus who got a mask? Did they ever apologize? No, they never apologize. They never apologize. Wow. Let me tell you something. Yeah? Today, I just let you know what time it is. Nobody can muzzle me, partner. Nobody. I don't work for nobody. That's it. Full stop. I respect the office, but respect the people. Who don't like it, too bad. And I stand up bull-faced and I say that. Who don't like it, too bad. I respect you, but you respect the people. Respect must be earned. You can't treat us like that. You can't treat people, you can't treat a single parent, telling a single parent, you have to do this, you have to get this ready in order to get a little device. This is all what you have to do. That's insulting. Once the child is a citizen of this country, that child deserves a device. Full stop. If the child can afford it, if the child cannot afford a device, that is craziness. It's really, really craziness. And I will not stay quiet. I will not stay quiet. Also, a community leader is on the run after he allegedly shot his brethren in Beetham on Tuesday. The victim was shot at Phase 5 Beetham Gardens on Tuesday the 6th. The victim told police 4:30 p.m. he went to check the community leader. Also, investigation has been launched the discovery of 100 rounds of assorted ammunition, which was found hidden on the compound of the transit police unit located at VEMCOT of the Beetham Highway. On Wednesday, the ammunition was discovered in an underground storage tank by plumbing supervisor assigned to the Ministry of Works and Transport. The supervisor reportedly told the police he was doing a routine check on where he found 100 rounds of assorted ammunition hidden on the compound of the transit police unit located at VEMCOT. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time. Make sure you get your ad on Crime Watch. Make sure you WhatsApp me on 2944081. Let me know what's happening. If you have anybody who knows who has a gun or drugs, whatever, outstanding warrants, let me know. We have to fix this place. And in doing so, I'm standing for you. I'm out of time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Yo, there's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Stop crime much if you really, really wanna stop crime. Be safe when you're home, be safe in the streets. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like man knew that there's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down.